Good morning, everybody. I am Mrs. Malakodi of English Department. Now, today we are going to discuss about some verbs. You may think, what is there in verbs? For example, can you write a sentence without a verb? Never. You can't. You can't write a sentence without a verb. All the sentences, they need a verb to convey the things. Without how the action is done. How the action is done, when the action is done. All these will be displayed or understandable only through the verbs. Now, for example, she is a doctor. Now, what is the verb here? Can anyone tell me? Yes. Here, S is the subject and is the verb. Now, why is this used here in this sentence? Can anyone tell me? Shall I write the sentence, is she a doctor? Is it a correct sentence? No. Just they are words. It is not a meaningful sentence. Here, I need a verb to complete the sentence. She, a doctor means immediately after the subject, it should be placed with the verb. Here, she is third person singular. So, I am using the singular verb is. So, it shows the verb for a singular verb. Now, let me differentiate how to place the verbs in the sentences. Verbs will be confusable for you. Understand? So now you tell me, what is a verb? He has 2 cars. Now you tell me, what is the subject here? What is the verb here? Yes, here he is the subject and has is the verb. Now what does this has tell you? What does this has tell you? It shows the possession. It shows the possession, what he has. It shows the belongings of the subjects. What he has? He has 2 cars. So, here it is not doing any verb. It shows the possessiveness. So, verb is nothing but it is an action verb. Be verbs and the possessive verbs. What are the possessive verbs? Possessive means I told belongings. What I have, what you have, what they have, what he has, what she has. Now come here, why we are giving importance for this verbs means when you supply those words in my sentence, I should be very careful whether the subject is singular or plural. Whether it is a first person, second person or third person. Okay, now action word. Action word means what are the action a noun does? What are the actions a noun does? Now action words mean what? Doing verbs. Action means what? Doing. Doing words. Okay, tell me, what are the actions you will do? Daily what you will do? Yes, we will get up. We will get up. We will take bath, or we will eat, then we will wash, we will drink water, we will go to school, and n numbers of verbs are there, action words are there. We can say anything. Bath, take, eat, wash, drink, go, play, sweep, clean, shout, laugh, cry. All these are action words. Now, we have to see for which subject these are used, how it should be used. We can see in detail. Now, come to the next one. What is the next one? Second one is be verbs. Here, action words are doing verbs. Now, when you say be verbs means they never do any work. They will show the state of being. What is that? They will show the state of being. They won't do any work, they will show the state of being. I wrote the Example, what is that? He is a doctor. Now this here is it doing any work? No. What he is? Who he is? He is a doctor. So that is doesn't show any action, it shows the state of being. It shows the state of being or it shows the state of mind. What is that state of mind? Here it is state of being, what he is. If I write he is happy. He is happy means here is not doing any work. It shows what he has in his mind. It shows his quality. It expresses the quality of a noun. What he is happy. What he is a doctor. So what he is, state of being means what he is. He is happy means it stores the state of mind. Okay, happy, sad, worried, disappointed. All these comes to complete this verb. Understand? Now, possessive verbs means belongings. What I have, what you have, what they have. Now for I, we, you, they. For all these four personal pronouns, we use the possessive verb have. Understand? Next, for he, she, and it, we have to use, what is that? Has. So, have and has shows the present tense. For he, she, it, I have to use has. For I, we, you, they, I use the possessive verb have. Clear? Now, let me go with the action word. Now, we can go with the be verbs and possessive verbs afterwards. See, when you take verbs means you should know about the tenses also. But when we are using tenses, some words will be confused for the subjects. Something may be singular. It seems to be singular, but it may be plural. Some words seems to be plural, but it is singular. Now, when you take action words, how do you write an action word? I wrote get. I wrote get. How do you split this get? How do you split this get? Get can be written as do plus get. Do plus get. If it is a general word, what does this do and get means? This do is helping the get. So it is called auxiliary verb which is coming in this place as a helping verb. It comes here as a helping verb. Then what about this get? That get is the V1 verb. Get is the V1 verb which is a root verb of get. Now in tenses you may learnt that it has three forms of verbs. Present form, past form, future form. When you come to verbs, it also has five kinds, five forms. What are they? For example, V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. These are the five forms of verbs. Now let me say what is V1? V1 means this get. When you split get, you will get do plus get. So do is the auxiliary verb coming here and acting as a helping verb. Okay? Now you come to the next verb get. It is V1 verb. So that V1 verb is the root verb, that is the present verb. Okay? Now come to V2. V2 means it is past tense. V2 means it is past tense. Now we have to know when we are supplying in our sentence, looking at the clue word only, we can supply whether we have to write present tense, past tense or future tense or continuous, whatever it may be. Okay, now come to V3. V3 means past participle. Now if you write get means it is V1. Now what is the V2 form of get? Yes, it is got. So V2 form of get is got. Come to V3. I wrote past participle. Past participle of get is, what is that? Got only. You may ask me, how we can write got, V2 or V3 as same. How can we differentiate? Yes, you may have doubt. It will be supplied in our sentences when we use present perfect and past perfect. When we use present perfect means it comes as has plus got. When we use past perfect means had plus got. So for has or have, we have to use this got for present perfect V3. Had plus V3, this is past perfect. In that place, we have to use this V3 form. Now here it is past participle, but when it is coming with along with the have, has, had, mean, it becomes as present perfect and here it becomes past perfect. Okay. Now come to V4. V4 means verb plus ing. Verb plus ing. It is called as present participle. Okay. Now one more thing you have in your mind. This V3 and V4 will not come alone in your sentence. It should come along with the helping verb. It will be discussed in later case. Now you just see the 5 forms of verbs. Now V plus ing. This V is V1 verb. Okay. That V1 verb plus ing makes V4 form. That V4 form is called the present participle. So for now you wrote this is get V1, got V2, and again the got is called as V3 also. Now come to V4. How to write this V4? Verb plus ing. So how will you write? G-E-T. Now I have to write ing. Okay. But here the condition is when a verb is single syllable and it ends with the consonant and the before letter is a vowel letter, means what I have to do means I have to double the last letter and add one more T and I have to write ing. Now you read it. What is this? Getting. So getting is the V4 form. You may ask, should we add all the words with the doubled letters at the end? No, we can't add because there is condition for adding this. I told you when the word is a single syllable and ends with a consonant and the before letter is a vowel letter. Here the vowel is what? E. E is a vowel letters. So we have to add one more letter at the last, doubling the consonant and write ing, that is V4 form. Now come to V5 form. What is V5 form? V5 form is called to infinitive. Students, can you understand? We are just discussing about the verb alone, not tenses. Verb alone we are talking. Now V5 form is to infinitive. How to write to infinitive? Here it is V3, we are writing the past form of the verb. Sometimes we are adding ed, d, but here in V4 we are adding just ing. Now here in V5 means what is the to infinitive? Means 2 plus V1 verb. 2 plus V1 verb means now we are talking about get. When we say get V1 means got is V2 and again got is V3. Then what is V4? Adding ing, getting. Now 2 plus V1 verb. So how to write? 2 plus V1 verb get. That is V5. Understand? So these are the 5 forms of verbs. And we have to supply that in our sentences. Mean we should be very careful in supplying these verbs, looking at the subject. Looking at the subject, whether the subject is singular, plural, or first person, second person, third person, proper noun, common noun, material noun, collective noun, and abstract noun. Looking at the subject only, I have to supply these verbs in the sentences. Okay? Now see. So what are the 5 forms of verbs? V1 is present tense, that is the root verb. Then V2 is past tense, V3 is past participle, V4 is present participle, and V5 is to infinitive. Now, for all these verbs, I told get, got, getting, to get. For all these 5 form of verbs, what is the root verb? Yes, get is the root verb. So this is the root verb, means when I use this verb, all the sentences when they are giving exercise in the bracket, they will give some verbs. What is that verb called? Means yes, that is called the root verb. If that is the root verb, means after reading the sentence, we have to see whether we have to supply present tense, past tense, perfect or continuous. Understand? Now, how do you split an action word? Now, you wrote get. If it is I, we, you and they, I should write verb alone. Okay? Now, next what are the remaining subjects? He, she and it. For these 3, these are all singulars. Now, I have taken the verb get. When you have third person singular he, she, it means I have to write verb plus yes. Verb plus yes or verb plus es or verb plus ies. Only in present tense and past tense only we will get some confusion in supplying the verbs. So only we are talking about these verbs, how it is changing from first person, second person, third person. Now you split this one for this one. What is that first person, second person, third person? We have 3 persons in English. We have singulars and plural subjects. Am I right? Yes, whenever you write one subject, it may be a singular subject or it may be a plural subject. Apart from that, we don't have anything. Now, what will come in the singular of first person means first person I. So, I is the first person singular, and what is the plural means we. We is the plural form of first person. Then what is the singular of second person? You. You is the singular form of second person. Then what is the plural means the same you. How? You may ask. You are a student. If I point out a single person means you are a student. If I represent more than 1, 2 means I have to say you are students. How to differentiate? Here and my noun here is plural. My noun here is singular. But the case is you are, you are. When I supply the subject you means it refers both singular and plural. You see that the following noun is singular. If it is plural means I should not use the article ya. Why means it refers plural. So for second person I have to use you for singular and same you for plural also. Then what is in third person? Third person here singular, he, she and it. Okay, they are the third person singular. They are not here, they are away from us. I am talking about the person who is not present there. Mean what I have to say? They are all third persons. They are third person. Mean for singular male person I have to use he. For female person I have to use she. For animals, place, things for singular I have to use it. Now what is the plural form of third person? Means it is they. It may refer any plural persons, any plural, what is that? Things, plural places and plural animals. For everyone we have to use this they. Okay, we can see in elaborate manner the remaining part of these verbs in the next classes. Thank you children.